The first time that I got my eyelash extensions done, I didn't know that I was supposed to wash them regularly, and you can literally see the gunk building up. The truth about how to skincare when you have eyelash extensions, and the 3 things that nobody tells you and literally the celebrities constantly get wrong. You know that I react to a lot of skincare routines to try to help us viewers understand what products and treatments and techniques celebrities or influencers use, and whether or not those are good for specific skin types and how to use them. But a lot of celebrities or influencers or people have eyelash extensions. They've become very popular in the last few years. And yes, I did get some and I thought it would be like a one-time thing, and then I ended up falling in love with them. But my skincare routine did have to change slightly in order to accommodate for these. Now, what is this eyelash glue? Why do specific oils break it down? Can you wear mascara? All of these questions I feel like aren't answered. And a lot of celebrities that we see in these reaction videos, they either don't wash their eyes, which is absolutely unhygienic, or they're like rubbing things onto their eyelash extensions and you can literally see them halfway falling out. Baby, I am here to help you make the most out of your eyelash extensions, save your money, or just get educated in case there's something that you are considering. And a lot of what skincare you should and shouldn't use actually has to do with the eyelash glue that's being used and with your lash extension provider. For example, there's the common knowledge, and I say that in quotes because again, common knowledge and common sense isn't all that common. But some of the things that are constantly being promoted are avoid oil cleansers. Make sure that you're not using anything oily, whether it's serums or washes in the eye area of your face. And make sure that you don't take a shower, go to the gym 28 to 48 hours after getting your lash extensions put on. And that actually isn't always true. I almost always shower after getting my lashes redone, but let me kind of rewind and explain why. Again, if you're here, hello Skintellectual, you probably know this by now, but eyelash extensions are literally taking a little eyelash and literally placing it and gluing it on top of your natural eyelash. And there are many different types and many different curls. I tend to get the classic set. I like a little cat eye, and mine happens to be the C curl. There are some volume ones that are really obvious and really thick that could have multiples, and there are some that are light and demure, some that are super curly and some that don't curl at all. Now, the type of glue that is used to hold these on can vary drastically depending on who's doing it. And you might notice that a lot of professional lash technicians actually have a humidifier in their lash treatment room. And the reason why is that for some glues, the humidity actually helps things adhere at the right time so that the person can actually place the lash onto your natural lash and have enough time for it to dry down and to be able to work with that, but also to have it adhere stronger. I personally got my lashes done at Blink Bar in Los Angeles, and oh my god, my technician was the nicest lady ever. And because again, these weren't something that I was doing regularly, she really walked me through everything that I had to know. Now, some lash places will sell you specific cleansers or specific mascaras that you can use. And honestly, if you're getting lash extensions, you shouldn't be using mascara because again, you have lash extensions. Why do you need mascara? You don't. But mascara can actually get clumped up and could have oils in it that break down the glue. But again, this depends on what type of glue is being used. For me, as noted, I can literally wash my eyelashes and take a shower same day. And yes, this is the cleanser that I use to remove makeup in my routine. This is an oil cleanser from the Inky List. But just because that's okay because of the lashes that I get, doesn't mean that it's right for other people. So for the celebrities and for the people who don't have the specific type of glue that I have, what's it supposed to do? One of the worst things you can do is not wash your eyelashes. You see, a lot of people who have eyelash extensions don't want to ruin them, so they like don't wash them. That can literally cause infection. There's literally sebum, basically oil. There's dirt and gunk that builds up, and when you actually look down at some people's eyelashes, you can like see build up on their eyes. Now, full transparency, the first time that I got my eyelash extensions done, I didn't know that I was supposed to wash them regularly, and you can literally see the gunk building up. The person that I go to in the Bay Area is Relax and Lash. She is absolutely wonderful, and it's because I can't get Blink Bar here in the Bay Area, and for my fills, I've been going to Relax and Lash here. But there are other places that I've gone to. There's this chain called the Lash Empire. Tried to get some fills there. My technician was super nice, but you know, they tried to sell me cleansers and mascaras, and I wasn't able to shower because of the glue that they used, and they didn't tell me to wash my eyelashes because nobody really does. Well, yes, you're supposed to wash your eyelashes eyelashes just the way you wash your eyes or the rest of your face. And yes, you're supposed to comb through them regularly. So let's talk about how to do that. If you're not allowed to use an oil cleanser, use something oil-free. This happens to be one of my favorites that's new from Dr. Sam. Dr. Sam is a derm from the UK. She has a YouTube channel, and this is a cleansing water that is oil-free. This is wonderful because it cleans off sunscreen, waterproof eyeliner, even those eyeshadows that kind of stick to your face. You know, if you have like a brown that has a little bit of red in it, it like soaks into your skin. This can get it off and you don't have to tug at the eye. It's very important that you don't tug. And when washing your eyelashes, you want to make sure that you're using either a cleansing water or some sort of foaming cleanser that doesn't tug at the eye area. You could do this using a soak method where you kind of get like a cotton pad or one of those reusable pads and kind of soak the eye makeup off and then gently remove. But what I actually like to do is use a little bit of liquid on a makeup brush. This right here is just a dome-shaped makeup brush. It happens to be a unicorn one, which just makes me feel super fancy. And I basically use this as a lash cleaner. I dispense a little bit of either a foaming cleanser or this cleansing water, or yes, for my eyelashes, it's okay to use my regular cleanser or my oil cleanser. And I put that basically right on the eyelid and let it drip onto the lashes. I then take this and I use little circular sweeping motions and I just kind of pet downwards. And that allows me to get all the dirt and the gunk that gets held right at the base of that lash, and it doesn't remove the lashes either. Now, it is natural for you to lose 5 to 8 eyelashes a day. That happens whether or not you have lash extensions. It's just that when you have these nice, big, beautiful, full lash extensions, you see them more. So sometimes, you know, a lash or two will come off, but I have found that with like a dome-shaped brush like this, it's super gentle, and I lose less lashes than if I were, you know, using one of those kind of cotton rounds. Once I've done this, it is time to rinse the eye area. And one of the biggest things that nobody taught me about was combing them through. The way your eyelashes are wet, whenever they dry, that's how they're gonna stay. And regardless of whether or not you have lash extensions, you've probably seen that your lashes kind of clump together after you've gone swimming or gone in the pool. Well, imagine that, but super dramatic because you have these beautiful extensions now. Make sure that you always have these little spoolies. You can literally buy these on Amazon. These are glittery ones. Your lash tech should probably give you some, but just kind of use this to comb them through while they're wet. That makes sure that if there is any debris, you can kind of, you know, get it off. But it also makes sure that your lashes are drying in the shape that you want them. Again, there are many different shapes. The doll eye one is one that I also like, but I always get the cat eye. And for me, the little lashes on the end sometimes stick out funny. It's kind of happening right here. And as long as I brush these up after I get them wet, after I wash my face, go swimming, or take a shower, this actually helps them to stay where they're supposed to and keep their curl. Now, the other thing about lash extensions is that some people say don't comb up on them, only comb from the top down. That's what I was first instructed by the amazing people at Blink Bar in LA. I have found that for me, because I'm getting them filled and because of the way that they're put on, it really doesn't matter a ton for me. But if you're super worried about fallout, you should just kind of take them from the top and, you know, just kind of spin the brush and the spoolie so you're not like pulling any of them out, but they're just very gently being put into place. Now, of course, this depends on the glue that is being used to adhere the lashes to your face, but a lot of people will say don't use oil-based serums or don't use eye creams or moisturizers that have any oils in them whatsoever because it's going to ruin your lashes. Find out from your practitioner whether or not you can use oils and what type of glue you have. But one of the biggest things you can do is not apply moisturizers or oils or peptides or eye creams directly to the eye area like you normally would. Actually apply these around the orbital bone. This is a really good eye cream, actually. Shocking, I know. I use this all over my face. I use this on my nasolabial lines. I use this on my crow's feet, etc. But this one has retinaldehyde, one of the most potent things you can get that's non-prescription, but it's still very gentle and has antioxidants. This is Korean. It's like $18 and then it's like $8 on sale. I love it. Well, instead of putting this right in your eye area like you might do with a moisturizer or an eye cream, put this around your orbital bone. You see, the orbital bone is basically where your eye is. If you look at a skeleton, it's that socket, right? And then your juicy eyeballs are in the middle. Well, the great thing about our skin, especially when it's moisturized, is that things can spread. And if you just apply this around the orbital bone, this allows you to get product up close to the eye area, but it'll naturally spread, especially overnight or throughout the day. And that way you're still getting the benefits, but you're not like rubbing this right underneath the eye where it can get into your lashes and actually gum up or cause irritation. Just take a little fingerful and just apply this across that bone and then a little bit up here, kind of underneath your eyebrow. You don't want to apply this right to the top of the eyelid like you might normally, or right here into this lacrimal duct or tear duct area, or like right underneath the eye, because again, you're actually getting the product up in there and potentially causing oils or other things to disrupt the glue that's holding your lashes on. For me, it's not an issue, but for some people it is. And that's when I say put it by the orbital bone. And again, as long as you keep it on your face, either overnight or throughout the day, it will spread. Your skin is wonderful. Your skin creates its own oils. It has an acid mantle, and the acid mantle literally protects your skin, but it also works to transport nutrients like antioxidants, fatty acids, and yes, different creams and things that you put on. So because of that acid mantle, as long as you haven't stripped your skin, literally applying things just to this orbital bone right up here is going to allow it to spread and still do its work and hydrate your eye area and, you know, work on the darkness or the pigmentation or the puffiness or whatever you want it to do, but without damaging any of your eyelash extensions or having them all fall out. And of course, this is more quote unquote common knowledge that goes without saying, but don't pick or pluck. Oh gosh, it can be so hard. It can be so tempting. I get it. But of course, don't pick at them. That's definitely not a good idea. And if you do want to preserve your lash extensions, one thing you can also do is sleep on your back now. Hello bitches, I am a side sleeper. It is no secret. And as a medical esthetician, I can actually look down at the patient or client that I'm working on, and I can see which side they sleep on if they're a side sleeper based on their eyelashes and based on some of their wrinkles. But for me, I tend to flip-flop on both sides, and whenever I am sleeping heavily on one side, I can see that, like, you know, my little cat eye is kind of coming off. One thing that a lot of people do, and it's really good advice in general for kind of skin anti-aging and skin wrinkles, and for skin puffiness, if you wake up with a puffy face, is to actually sleep on your back. Dermatologist Dr. Dre, one of my favorite people on the entire internet, uses the Sleep and Glow pillow, and that kind of helps her, I guess, force herself to become a back sleeper. I still haven't been able to do that. I'm still quite the side sleeper, but sleeping on your back is not tugging or pulling on your eyelashes, and your eyelashes aren't getting like snagged on a pillowcase. So that is something that can really help make your lashes last longer as well. But specifically when it comes to skin caring, if you take away 3 things, it's number 1, ask your tech if you can shower or if you can use oils, because not every glue actually reacts negatively. There are a lot of new great glues on the market that are wonderful. Oh, always patch test. You don't want to have an allergic reaction on your eye. Always patch test. That's ground zero. Then step number 1 is ask your technician about oils. Step number 2 is get a foaming cleanser that works for you. Again, this one is wonderful, made by a dermatologist. This is the one from Relax and Lash. The Blink Bar has some great ones. Even Isntree has a really wonderful kind of gentle skin cleanser. You can use that all over the face, including the lashes. I would recommend a clean makeup brush over one of those makeup removing pads. And then when it comes to your serums, your oils, your moisturizers, don't be afraid to apply them. Just make sure that you're applying them on the orbital bone and not in the eye themselves. Then when it comes to maintenance and hygiene, make sure that you are combing through them regularly. Again, wherever they dry is the shape they're going to stay. And then if you are someone who sleeps, which hello, as a human, I hope you do, make sure that you are trying your best not to get your lashes caught in a pillowcase. This goes for skin, hair, as well as eyelash extensions. If you have some sort of a silk material, I like vegan mulberry silk personally, that won't snag your hair or your eyelashes, whereas something like cotton definitely could. But if you can, try to sleep on your backs, bibbies. And that is how you skincare with lash extensions to make them last longer. And I wish that all of the celebrities and all of the influencers would understand these things the way that you now do, you savvy skintellectual, because it helps you save so much money. It helps your lashes look better for longer. Why would we be fearing oil cleansers and showers if we don't have to? You know what I'm saying? I feel like when I first got my lash extensions, there was no advice on this. There was the general, don't use mascara, don't use oils, but no one taught me like how to actually apply things properly or took me through how to actually cleanse my lashes. And that's why, again, my tech at the Blink Bar, she's been doing this for like 6 years. She was hands down the most brilliant. She literally mapped my eyelashes and explained everything to me. And then as a skintellectual who knows how to turn and learn my ingredients, as a medical esthetician who, I don't have a lot of clients and patients who have eyelash extensions, but some do, I can now actually speak to them as an educated consumer myself who knows about what actually works and what you should and shouldn't look out for. So this is the video that I wish that I had had, and whether or not you have lash extensions, here it is now for you. Save this to watch later, text it to a friend who's thinking of getting these or who's got them, and tell me if I should still keep them, because again, I thought this would be like a 1 or 2 time thing, and then fucking fell in love. So Blink Bar, I'm gonna be back, Relax and Lash, I'm relaxing and lashing, and I'm fucking obsessed. Like, I'm the type of person who wants to just get up and go. My morning routine literally consists of me waking up, washing my face, doing my skincare, applying sunscreen, literally combing through my fucking lashes. I do usually apply a little bit of a brow something and just taking my hair down, and I can be out the door in 8 minutes. 8 fucking minutes. It used to take me so long, and whenever I used to do mascara, it would like clump up, and then I would like want to get it right, and then it would get on the side of my nose and the top of my eye thing. I didn't think I was gonna love lash extensions this much, but I'm really in love with them, and now I'm like addicted and I don't want to stop. Should I stop? I don't know. This is where I'm at. This is the video that I wish I had, and I hope it helps you. Subscribe for more, ask your questions if you have them. I'll do my best to answer. And I love you. Your acne big sister medical esthetician is sending you some love, sending you and your lashes some love. Take care of them, bat them freely, and I'll see you in this next video. Love you guys. Bye.